الدنيا يا بيروت يا حيث الوعد الأول والحب الأول.
حبك مثل بيروت مثل شي حكاية عالمينا مطرح ما كنا ونسينا بكل خطوة إذا مشينا نشعر تغربنا وجينا حبك مثل.
In the Middle East, there's a city unlike any other, a city that has lived through glory, wars, and explosions. Yet every single time, it rose back to life again. This is Beirut, the capital of Lebanon, the city once known as the Paris of the East. But how did its story begin? And how did it transform from a small Phoenician city into one of the most famous cities in the Arab world? Today, we will take you on a journey through the history of Beirut, from its ancient origins to wars and destruction, and its endless attempts to rise once again. Beirut is considered one of the oldest continuously inhabited cities in the world. Archaeological studies suggest that its history dates back more than 5,000 years. In the beginning, it was a small city belonging to the Phoenician civilization. The Phoenicians were famous for maritime trade, which helped Beirut become an important port on the Mediterranean Sea. Later, many civilizations passed through the city: the Assyrians, the Babylonians, the Persians, and later the Greeks and the Romans. During Roman rule, Beirut became a major center for law and education. In fact, its famous law school was considered one of the most prestigious schools in the Roman Empire. After the Islamic conquest in the 7th century AD, Beirut became part of the Islamic State. As time passed, its trade and port grew significantly. Then came the Ottoman era, which lasted for hundreds of years. During the 19th century, Beirut gradually transformed into an important cultural and commercial center in the region. Newspapers, schools, universities, and theaters all began to spread throughout the city. During that period, Beirut became a major gateway between the East and the West. In 1943, Lebanon gained its independence from France, and from that moment, a completely new era began. During the 1950s and 1960s, Beirut entered its golden age. Art, tourism, music, cafes, and nightlife. Everything was flourishing. The city became a destination for celebrities, politicians, and businessmen from across the Arab world. And for that reason, many people began calling it Paris of the East. Everything changed in 1975. The Lebanese Civil War erupted and lasted for nearly 15 long years, until 1990. It was one of the most devastating periods in the history of Beirut. The city was torn into two halves, East Beirut and West Beirut. The streets that were once bursting with life turned into active combat zones. Explosions, snipers, and sheer destruction became a part of daily life. Throughout that war, numerous foreign powers intervened in Lebanon, and Beirut was subjected to massive invasions and brutal battles. After the war ended in 1990, Beirut entered the phase of reconstruction. The city center was restored, and hotels, restaurants, and marketplaces were rebuilt. During the 90s and the early 2000s, Beirut gradually returned to the forefront. Tourists returned once again, and concerts and festivals made a comeback too. One of the most prominent political figures whose name was tied to the reconstruction of Lebanon was Rafiq Hariri, who played a vital role in rebuilding projects until his assassination in 2005. But the stability did not last long. Beirut witnessed repeated political and economic crises, in addition to widespread popular protests in 2019. Then, on the 4th of August, 2020, an event occurred that shocked the entire world. The Beirut port explosion, one of the largest non-nuclear explosions in modern history. The blast destroyed massive parts of the city, killing and injuring thousands of people. And in moments, entire streets were turned to rubble. But even after this catastrophe, Beirut tried to stand up once again. Beirut is famous for several iconic areas and landmarks, including the Rauche Rock, one of the most famous natural landmarks in Lebanon, and a true symbol of the city. Hamra Street, one of the most celebrated cultural and commercial streets, bustling with cafes, shops, and universities. Downtown Beirut, the historic heart of the city, beautifully reconstructed after the war. It features vibrant markets, restaurants, and famous squares. The Beirut Corniche, a popular seaside promenade for walking and enjoying the Mediterranean Sea, especially at sunset. Lebanon has been shaped by many influential presidents and political leaders, most notably Bechara el-Khoury, Camille Chamoun, Fouad Chehab, Rafiq Hariri. Each of them played a significant role in different eras of the country's history. Beirut is not just a city. It is the story of a people, a story of resilience, and the tale of a city that, every time it falls, rises to stand once again. From ancient civilizations,
غطي الشمس بفي جبينك، بحق لك وطنك دينك، لو هالدنيا سألت مينك